Good morning. It's Thursday, January the 5th, 2023. New Year. Our affordable housing meeting is now called to order. Can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Chairman Hamilton.
Here.
Councilman Wood.
Here.
Gwen Chambers. Grace Staples.
Here.
Denolis Polite. Here. And Meg James.
Here.
Thank you all for being here. And now we have the agenda in front of us. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Also, you received the minutes from December the 1st. There's a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you all. Old business and new business, we will let Victoria lead us into those areas.
All right. Again, good morning. Happy New Year. I think I've spoken to you all since we bring in these 5 days. But again, Happy New Year. And all the good things. Hope holidays are good to you. So what we are going to be presenting to you this morning is pretty much just an overview of what we gave you last month. Just kind of touching up and freshening your memories to some things. The adopted budget for the fiscal year 23 Neighborhood Assistance Program was $190,000. As of December 21st, 2022, when this report was put together, a total of 25 homes have been serviced for home repairs such as roofing, wet and damaged floors, and septic pump outs, totaling $111,263. A total of $36,033 is listed as estimated spending for 3 homes for service on home repairs. And as of this report, these numbers have already been calculated and have been moved out. So those homes are complete and final inspection has been done. For the home repair program, 105,500 has been spent and 36,333 has been encumbered for a total of 141,533 of a $150,000 budget. 8,467 remains in the home repair line item. For property cleanup and septic pump out, 4,633 has been spent and 337 of a 5,000 budget remains for the property cleanup and septic pump out. To date, 5 applications have been approved for repairs and are waiting on estimates. 2 applications have been turned in and 5 have not yet been approved by LCOG. I'm going to take you down to the Excel spreadsheet. There is numbers have changed in this since the last report. So what you're looking at, adopted budget is in our green, which those numbers do not move. Year-to-date spending is our next column. The encumbrance was at $36,333. That has already been paid out, which we've already calculated into our numbers. So spent and encumbered total is a total of $147,296. So that 141 has changed. The encumbered and spent is $147,296. So the available budget that we have remaining is $36,004. So those numbers have adjusted from our last time that this report was put in on the 21st of December. Do you have any questions there? And I can send you the updated. We did some numbers and transferred some funds. Well, not transferred, paid out some things over the holidays. So I can send you an updated of this one after the meeting. But do you have any questions on what you see here now? And where our numbers stand for each line item. I think the last time that we met, we did agree to go ahead and do amendment to the budget. That haven't happened yet because council has to meet on that. They're not meeting on it this month, February, correct? Okay. So we'll do some adjustments and we'll get back to work on those 6 applications that's sitting on my desk and 2 applications that are waiting for approval from LCOG. So we have 8 homes that are ready to get started for this fiscal year, for this year. Any questions?
How are you, what is the main method that people are learning about this?
Again, it's just word of mouth. Churches, Goodwill, Bluffton Self-Help has been a big help. The Bluffton Soup Kitchen over at Campbell, where my church family is, I have applications there. So it's not a knock on door. I don't go say, I think you need this, but people that know them that think, okay, you might need some assistance, reach out in town of Bluffton and help you get some stuff done. It's pretty much just word of mouth.
It's good.
Pretty much just
Word
word of mouth.
means we're getting out there.
Over the holidays, I think I gave out 2 or 3 applications. So to me, it's if my black truck is home, just knock on the door if you need an application. So it's kind of an open door policy that I have. You know, if you need help, just come by me. You know where I am. That's how that's been working. Questions, suggestions, comments, concerns?
Is there anything you think that we can support you with to help you?
Just move the February town council a little sooner so I can get going. That's about it. No, I think everything's going good. Definitely always looking for more contractors. You know, always put that out there. Definitely looking for more contractors. The only thing we just ask that they're licensed and insured, town of Bluffton. That's about it. Just looking for more contractors. So we'll move on to proposed budget, what I have for you guys for next fiscal year. It's not time to put that in yet, but we are just trying to get things together. So the Neighborhood Assistance Program was created to assist low to moderate income residents of Bluffton with property repairs and improvements that will help to increase the quality of life for all residents while creating a safer, more vibrant community that retains its character and provides for quality, affordable housing. To date, the Neighborhood Assistance Program has helped 25 families as of December 21st, 2022. A total of $111,263 has been spent, and a budget amendment request was made to Town Council to complete fiscal year 23. In this memo, Town staff has provided a recommendation for an increased proposed budget for fiscal year 24, which will include, we will recommended that we move up our home repairs, which was $150,000. So we are asking for an additional $100,000 to make it $250,000 for home repairs. We have not asked for additional funds for abatement and demolition. We have asked for $5,000 more for property cleanup and septic pump out, only because septic pump out has now been jumped to $400. So where it was $275 back in 2018, 2019. After COVID or right during COVID, it jumped about $100 more. So right now, every septic that we clean out is $400. And that's kind of I call it a repeat offender. We do have a couple of those. They're not tied in yet. So we do have to keep doing that, that one job over and over again just for sanitation issues. So that one job, that one address is $400. $5,000 for private road repair and E911 addressing. We have not changed that. $10,000 for tree mitigation. We have not changed that. So the line item request will bring the fiscal year 24 budget to a total of $290,000. Town staff requests that Affordable Housing Committee provide a recommendation to Town Council for the Neighborhood Assistance Program fiscal year budget. The Affordable Housing Committee has the authority to take that following action: recommend approval to the budget as presented, or recommend approval to the budget with modifications. There's an Excel sheet just kind of giving the layout of how that will look for our upcoming fiscal year.
The $5,000 for private road repairs for emergency access. Are we sure we good with that number?
I haven't touched it at all this fiscal year, and I think last year we used it once. Yeah. Yes, sir. So we should be good there.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask a question. I refresh my memory, but on the, we've done extensive sewer in the Buck Island, Simmonsville area, and we've been doing that for a few years, obviously. Do we go back? Is the monies, are the grants taking care of the septic tanks that exist? Are they having to be pumped out through the grants, or are they pumped out? How does that happen? Do you happen to know?
The septic systems are being pumped out through our neighborhood assistance funds. Now, when it goes to the grants, that's kind of engineering. If they want to be tied in, then the septic systems and all that want to be tied in. I could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. But if they want to come in and get tied into the sewer system, then engineering handles that. They just fill out the application through us to see if their income qualified. And then I pass it over to Mark Maxwell, for example, and he handles that, the tie-in. What we do is just clean it out, flush it out so they're able to use it on a regular. So it won't give them any trouble for the home.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yes, would you explain that to me? if, not everybody's tied into the sewer system, but they can apply to you, through you, for the town to hook them up to the sewer?
Yes, I'm gonna pass that over to Councilman Hamilton because he can answer that a lot better than me, how that works and how we can do that.
Remember, they have to be within the town limits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But if you, there's some areas that, especially right now in Buck Island and Centersville, that's not been tied into the sewer under the grant program that we have.
Okay.
If they have separate drain system issues, they can get those things pump out until we get them hooked up.
Okay, so that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, just
So
for
they're
safety
more
and
than
sanitation
likely,
issues.
they're in the process of trying to get that grant, we're just helping them.
Grant is, we're in the last phase of it now. We had a contractor that we had to pull off the job. And so that's what holding things up.
Okay.
But it's been approved for a new contractor to come in, I think, in February.
All good questions. I'm not gonna give you no, just point you in another direction. Any other comments, questions? So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, do we need to take this to a vote? Or do we wanna look at this again and vote on in February? Or do you wanna just go ahead and vote on, have it sitting on Kevin's desk when the budget is ready to be turned in?
You're talking about the
For fiscal year 24.
fiscal year, proposed budget?
Yes, sir.
If we didn't, I thought we voted on it last time, but if not, let's do it now.
Okay. Those numbers look good to you guys?
If you say that $5,000
Yeah.
for emergency road repairs is good, and one other question, tree repairs. 10,000 was put in. How much of that? Can you remind me how much of that we use?
This fiscal year, it's not on what you guys have in front of you because we just paid out of bill. So right now, out of that 10,000 for this fiscal year, we have 3,000 remaining, and we've helped 4 homes. So we have 3,000 remaining for this fiscal year, this current fiscal year. So we should be okay.
Nothing's in the queue.
No, for tree, no sir.
How do you go about looking at the road repair and tree mitigation? Do people have to come to you, or do you all know areas that may need assistance?
So they've been coming to us, say for example, the tree mitigation, if there is a tree that's kind of hovering over the roof and is scraping the roof, if we're getting ready to do roof repair, then I would suggest that we take dead limbs down or whatever's hanging, so when we do fix the roof, it won't be a repeat. So how that works, we have an arborist that goes out with me, Jordan Holloway, in our department. So Jordan goes with me as well as Arbor Nature to either declare a disease or yes, we can go ahead and take that down. So families come to us if they, just want to get this down because something may happen, or they're coming to us because they need a roof and then the tree needs to go as well. Now, when it comes to private road repair, say if you have a dirt road and it's, muddy, boggy when there's a downpour, I contact the fire department, police department to make sure they can get in and out, without problems. If there is an issue, God forbid, the ambulance needs to go back and there's potholes, they're bumping up and down. So that's kind of how that works. The family comes to us, or the residents come to us saying, I think my road needs some work, so can we either smooth it out, let's pave it out, or something like that. But we haven't done that since 20.
Does emergency management help too, though? Didn't we use this fund to do signs for roads and stuff? That didn't.
I think we did that once. I did that once when I first came on. There was a sign that needed to be put up for the E911 emergency purposes. Mm-hmm.
I guess if they see a repeated problem, they would call you too.
The emergency?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Did I answer?
I have a question too. Is the 250 going to be enough for the fiscal year?
So if it's not, we kind of got stuck midway in. For this year, we kind of got stuck midway. Well, not stuck, but that was a good thing. We kind of got, came to a whole mid-year in. But I think if we need to come back, or if I need to come back halfway through, I don't want to be greedy and just say, gimme. I want to use it responsibly. So, I put that extra 100,000 in there, and if we do need a cushion, then I would just come back to you guys. I don't wanna just put it in there just to say it's there, let's put it in there. So, I think we should be good.
Okay, the reason I asked, it looks like for the first 6 months, or since June, it's been about 25,000 a month,
Give or take.
give or take.
Yes, ma'am.
So that takes it up to about 300,000 if you.
And we still have some, if we need to pull from I know Councilman Hampton doesn't like that. If we need to pull from abatement or something like that, then I'll definitely come back and we can tuck. Or while we're sitting here now, if you take me to take it to 300,000, just to be on the safe side. But I didn't want to just cushion it just to be putting it in there. But
Do you feel like there's more momentum in applications that you're getting?
Prices are steadily climbing, so I might need to take it back. Prices have been climbing, but like I said, I think if we get those right contractors, and I'm trying to get my contractors to think, I'm coming back to you to use you, so don't try to price gouge me, because it's, I've been seeing kind of a difference in different things. So the more contractors that I can get on my team, the more I can stretch out projects instead of just looking at, okay, you do this. I can kind of stretch it and get some different quotes. Because when I do go to finance, I do have to have 2 or 3 quotes to take to finance. So I think right now we need to play with our numbers a little bit more, get more contractors that's going to do the work, not say less money for work, but better quality for a dollar amount. So I'm just this year I'm going to grab tight and do a little bit more. I really need contractors. So if you know anybody, I want to stretch the work across the board.
Just roofers or like
Roofers, carpenters, we don't really touch plumbing, so roofers, carpenters, windows, pretty much carpenters can do all of that. So back to your question, Ms. Staples, I think we'll be okay.
Mr. Chairman, just to address the questions here, should we go ahead, if we decide to go ahead and approve the budget as proposed to go to council? We haven't even sat down in the budget meetings yet, so there's always opportunity there for the chairman to go back and say, we'll have more history in the next couple of months or whatever.
Right.
We can always adjust.
Okay. I agree. So, with that,
Are we good? Wallace?
Okay.
All right. Now we're down to public comment, and I want to welcome my guest, Senator Davis, who's my personal guest, but had to sit through my meeting. So thank you for being here, sir. All right. And if you have any comments?
I would like to say this, since the topic is workforce housing.
would you mind stating your name for the record so we can
Yes,
get you
ma'am.
out?
Tom Davis. Live in Beaufort, building a home in Bluffton, and met on Tuesday with councilman and the mayor and the city manager, and we'll meet with you afterward. I think there is an opportunity to get an appropriation in the state budget this year for the Regional Housing Trust Fund that's recently been set up, and acutely aware of the need for workforce and affordable housing. Rents are just out of sight, but I really think there's an opportunity for us, and I look forward to working with you all.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And,
Yes.
yes, please.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I should identify, I am a new employee of the town of Bluffton, so it's nice to meet all of you and.
Could you speak just a little
Oh,
louder?
I apologize. My name is Shannon Green. I'm a new employee of the town of Bluffton as of December 8th, and happy to be here. When I saw the agenda and that there was an affordable housing committee, I was thrilled, so I wanted to come and see what you were about. And my issue, maybe just even on the heels, coincidentally, of what this gentleman, Mr. Davis, just said, I work for the town of Bluffton. I want to live in Bluffton. At present, I can't afford to. The least expensive apartment complex that I found is $1,500, which I'm trying to I'm gonna apply to. But even if they ask for the standard 3 times you need to make 3 times what your monthly rent is, I wouldn't presently qualify based on my pay. So that's daunting and frustrating. So I just wondered if part of your mission purpose is also to address the fact that the price of standard apartment living housing is beyond reach for someone. I mean, I'm an educated professional person earning a decent salary, and I can't afford to live in the least expensive apartment that's available here that I've found. I've done some digging. So I just was curious if that is part of your scope of what you look at.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you for being here. And what do you do for Town of Bluffton?
I am the new payroll coordinator, so
Okay,
I
welcome aboard.
thank you very much. And today's payday.
But I know you heard a lot about home repairs today,
Yes, I did.
but that's part of what we do.
Right.
Our main focus is to try to bring affordable housing to Bluffton, and we do have that as our most priority is to bring affordable living to Bluffton.
Wonderful.
So there are many tools in the box that we're trying to, I guess, work with right now.
Right.
It is challenging, but our hearts and souls are definitely put in place to bring people to Bluffton that can live, work, and play.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Might you have known facilities that are apartment complexes that do try to accommodate middle to low income?
Didn't Kevin put together a whole spreadsheet of projects that we were looking at
Of
last meeting?
livable, of apartments that are available for what she had? I don't think so.
Okay, I'll look back at it.
Okay.
I just was curious, and I will continue to attend and be part of the process.
Where did you find a place to live?
A place called the Bluestone, which is just literally a couple miles from here. I haven't visited yet. I put in my name on a wait list for their $1,500 unit.
Is that on Simmonsville?
No,
that's
I
on the
believe it's
Parkway.
yeah.
On the Parkway?
Literally
Beyond
just-
the town, beyond the government center, going towards,
There you go. I haven't visited it physically. I just saw it on the
it's
map.
nice.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Is
So
that
I
a
am a
one-bedroom?
lease. I'm sorry.
Is that a one-bedroom?
It's a 1-bedroom, yeah. I'm in a lease right now that ends April 1st, and I've already been priced out of the apartment I'm living in. So even if I were to renew, it's now $175 more per month than it was when I moved in April of this year, or 2022. So it's a concern, not just for myself, but for anyone in my same position. So
Thank you for sharing that with us.
thank you all. I appreciate your efforts.
That's what we're working on.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for your time.
All right, that's our big task for 2023. Any more discussion?
Mr. Chairman, do we need to make a motion to accept the proposed budget recommendation?
Yes, we do. We provide a motion for it.
Yes, sir.
We waiting?
Um,
Do I do that? Okay. I make a motion that we recommend the approval of the budget as presented by Miss Smalls.
Can you get this?
The dollar amount is $290,000 for the fiscal year 24.
There's been a motion and second by Meg. All in favor of the said motion, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So get it, Victoria.
All right, thank you all, thank you all. And again, like Councilman Wood said, if you guys see or, haven't changed your thought, we have some time to play with that. So, we are good to go. And next thing on our agenda.
Thank you all for being here and supporting this affordable housing mission that we're definitely tasked with. And thank you, Senator Davis, for being here, and I thank you, Screen, right, for being here as well. Meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.
All right, thank you all.
I think I'll